Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader. Last time we finished up our mission with the Winter Scales and also dealt with the homunculus finally. He is now dead, and all we have left to do in our quest log is to go talk to the Lord Inquisitor. Now, I don't know just how much more of the game we have left to do. I don't know if like things are gonna open up more once we've talked to the Lord Inquisitor. Looking around our treasure room, we don't have a lot of space left for any more like big events. So I don't know. I really don't. I have been as we're getting closer and closer to the end of this game, I presume, I've been reading a bit on without spoilers about what people are thinking of the game. And apparently, at least from what I've gathered, after Act 2, a lot of people have fallen off with the game. I really liked Act 3. I know some people probably might not. And I think I've talked about this before in one episode or another. But it is very owl-catty to have that middle act sort of be almost like a climaxing event. And then I do think sometimes they do struggle to rise again, like in the following acts after that middle act. I think Kingmaker fell into that trap. I think Wrath of the Righteous did a pretty good job after you return from the Abyss. I haven't played this one enough to know how well it does, but I do think it's probably a difficult thing for them to balance, is getting that having that rising action in the middle, culminating in some dramatic event like going to the Abyss or being tortured to the point of insanity in the Dark City. I don't really remember what it was in Kingmaker. Was it when you go to the I don't remember. Was it Pitax? No, I think Pitax was the one after. It's is it like the undead tomb thing? I don't remember. I am currently I've started recording episodes for Kingmaker, so that will be coming at some point in the future. Don't hold your breath, but it is in the works. Might as well get the last Owlcat game out of the way. Alright, any of these things done? Oh, whoa, wait, what? Hold on. Oh, I thought I saw like a... Why is that? Why is it like that? I thought maybe we could upgrade it more or something. Huh, weird. Okay. Are you still upgrading? Yes. So are you, so are you, so are you. I don't know what that's doing. Anyway. So we need to get to Foulstone. The quickest way to Foulstone... Not Foulstone, Footfall would be this way, I guess. We'll take the safe routes. Two profit factor gained. Love it. I don't know why we gained it, but I love it. Alright, that's Foulstone. Alright, from Foulstone, we're going to go all the way down to Furibundus. And this is Footfall. Okay, that actually wasn't too long of a journey. Man, it's been a while since we've been to Footfall, I feel like. Yeah. Have we ever gone to the Altar Templum Calixus X17? I don't know if we have. I want to go to our merchant dude real quick. And see if we can buy some things, because we picked up some cargo. Oop, I pressed the wrong button. Hope you guys like this loading screen. But yeah, I guess now's as good time as any. So, Kingmaker should be coming out probably before this series is over. At least that's the plan. And then looking at the upcoming games this year. So Avowed is supposed to maybe come out this year. So is Dragon Age 4. And so is Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance. Or Deliverance 2. Now, none of those, as far as I'm aware of, have an exact release date yet. They're all just supposed to be in 2024. Which is a big problem because I really want to play all 3 of those games. I am a huge Kingdom Come Deliverance fan. Like, I loved that game. It's probably, since The Witcher 3, it's probably been my favorite game. Or at least one of them. So, that game's probably going to take priority. Maybe. But, yeah, so that's there. Dragon Age 4, I mean, if you're watching this, odds are you're a Dragon Age fan, so I don't really need to say more than that. Other than the fact that, you know, BioWare's been bad for the last 10 years. It's hard not to get excited for a Dragon Age game, even with BioWare's current status. And then Avowed, obviously, is a continuation of the Pillars franchise, which, you know, we've played through on this channel, so it's got some channel history in it. So it's all kind of difficult. We are maxed with the Explorators. I saw that somebody in the comments was, or not my comments, but comments of the world talking about this game, said that it's impossible to get your reputation maxed. Maybe he was talking about all of them. But if he was just talking about any of them, I proved him wrong. Look at me. They love me here. Although, I don't have enough profit factor for all of it. Still. Toxin grenades. I'll take all that. Mars Pattern Power Axe. Oop. Hold on. What is this? Improved lightweight boots. The wearer of these boots gains plus 2 times their strength bonus and parry and rerolls failed dodge tests. Well, that's kind of cool. Axes have a special attack that inflicts bleeding. Okay. Inhibitors. Neurostimulant. Solar Staff. The wielder of this staff, power level 10, gains the Inferno ability. The ability is also available in its heroic and desperate acts. Power levels of what's Inferno do? You do need to be a pyromancer, which we are not. Nor do we have a pyromancer. Forge World Origin Skitari Ranger Armor. I went to a Warhammer store with a friend the other day. And that's the end of that story. We looked at some of the pieces. He's recently gotten to Warhammer. It's just it's a cool concept, like the lore and the world and everything are really cool, but I don't know if I could get into the actual Warhammer game. Base armor property, tech use divided by 10% in armor. World property minus 2 AP to reload cost. This could be good for Pascal. Go ahead and take that. Commander's Visor. An ally under the effect of the wearer's Break Their Ranks ability gains 1 bonus to deflection for each enemy adjacent to this ally. Okay. Resonance Grenades. Ancient Plasma Rifle. That's going to be good for Pascal, definitely. There's an additional 2 times intelligence bonus damage. Ooh. That's going to be very nice for him. Holy Power Armor. Is this going to be for Ulfar? When the wearer suffers damage more than or equal to the wearer's total wounds divided by 4, this armor unleashes a blast of energy, dealing from 20 to 25 power damage, with armor penetration of 10% to any target in melee range. Base armor property plus 25 strength. Oh my goodness. That sounds great. Flame weaponry and Adeptus Astartes equipment. 40 to 55 damage. That could be good for Ulfar too. Some good med packs here. The wearer's single attacks on an opening deal an additional 20% of the target's maximum wounds percent in damage. And the wearer's Deadeye shot on an opening deals an additional 30% of the target's maximum wound damage. If I was an assassin, that'd be great, but I'm not, unfortunately. So, not great. Cool. Okay. My Imperial Navy rep's pretty high, too. Hell yeah. So, Auspic's multi-band here. Provides void ship weapons with targeting data, granting 98% hit chance with 5% critical hit chance. I think I'll keep the Ultimo array, but I'll still buy this. 4 scrap containers. This item is immediately consumed, granting you 100 scrap. So this is just 400 scrap straight away. I like it. Now you guys are in a bad state. You guys are in a very bad state. Ooh, got a little discount. Apex Predator's Gloves. Whenever the wearer kills a target marked as prey, they gain a stackable bonus until the end of combat. This bonus depends on the enemy's difficulty tier. And is equal to their highest difficulty tier among enemies killed by the wearer this combat. So 25% of the maximum hunter's maximum wounds as temporary wounds. 10 times the difficulty in critical damage and critical hit chance. Okay. We're probably gonna wear those. Just because they are for me flavor-wise. Man, I thought we'd be a lot higher with the Drussians, too. Oh, no, okay. I'm misreading this. I do want to trade with you, though. Good, we got you up a bit. Because I do like the Drussians. Flashbangs. Medkits. Laurels of Command. The wearer gains the move ability that costs 0 AP. The wearer and targets of move are immune to slowed effects until the end of the round. Neat. And Military Combi Tool. Whenever the wearer uses a non-attacking consumable item, it counts as an attack of a different type than the previous attack for the purpose of versatility. Also, this Combi Tool grants a 50% chance that a consumable item would not be spent when used. Okay. I mean, it's kind of funny that they think I'd use a consumable item, but... Oh, wow, you guys have... We've leveled you up a lot. Stalking Boots. If the wearer has melee weapons equipped in both hands, their slash ability makes an additional melee attack with the secondary weapon. Okay. Now, was that, yeah, an additional melee weapon. Okay. Abyssal Conduit. Every second use of a Psyker's staff's unique psychic power deals additional damage. Okay. Laughing God's Pendant. Gains the Dance Macabre ability. The assassin dashes in a straight line. Yeah. Ooh. Cool. That's kind of neat. Breath of Purgation. Or Purgation, rather. For each target hit by the flamer's attacks, the power of burning inflicted by this flamer's attack is increased by 3 until the end of combat. Okay, it's only a straight line, though. Which is a little situational. Blackheart Cabal Origin. Cabalite Armor. Drakari Equipment. 15% dodge if the wielder's agility is more than 70. Immunity to burning, toxin, and bleeding. That's pretty good. Slayer's Delight. Whenever the wearer performs a single target attack with a two-handed melee weapon, the attack deals 3 times their strength damage. It's Drakari equipment again. Okay. Grenades. Flash. Never gonna use these things. Inquisitor's Badge of Office. The wearer automatically passes any coercion test. Wow. That's pretty big. Heliarch's gloves. It's almost like my name. The wearer's attacks ignore target's cover efficiency. And then grab this too. Okay. Do you want any of this stuff? There we go. Oh, wow. That leveled you up. Oh, that maxed you out. Awesome. This chain sword grants a 10% critical hit chance. All chain weapons have 50% critical damage. Is that what I was saying? Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Might be good for Heinrichs. Saboteur's helmet. The wearer suffers 35% less damage from area attacks. The first use of a grenade in a turn does not count toward the limit of attacks per turn. Okay. Toxin grenades. Don't we have a talent that does that? Death Dealer Gloves. The wearer's damage is increased by 2% for each critical hit and each enemy they killed until the end of combat. Implacable Tempest. It's another assault rifle, it looks like. This laser gun deals an additional 4 times ballistic skill bonus damage to enemies with more than 60% armor. That's pretty neat. Heretical Follower. Chaos Light Enforcer Carapace. 20% dodge against demons. 15 toughness. Ah, man. I don't think we have anybody that could wear those. Deadly Dancer Boots. Whenever the wearer's MP reaches 0, the wearer deals maximum MP impact damage to all adjacent enemies. Ooh. Ooh, that with the hastened effect from Heinrichs. That could be really cool. Staff of Shock and Awe. Oh, this would have been good for Adira. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Shadow Guide Cloak. The wearer becomes the least priority target as long as they have no enemies or allies adjacent. Okay. Armor-piercing ammo. The wielder's single shots and deadeye shots reduce the target's deflection by damage dealt. I think I'll use that instead of the bead of concentration. And then Iconoclast Zealot armor. Oh, that looks pretty cool, at least in the picture. The wearer of this armor is immune to critical hits as long as no party member has been prone throughout the entire combat. It's a weird condition. 15% armor against melee attacks. Alright. So they're maxed now. Did we have any more I could trade? No, that was everything. Okay. What about for you guys? I didn't actually check, did I? Yep, we got another thing. Triple Void Shield Array. Provides 190 points of protection for each sector. I think that's probably better than the 125, even though against kinetic, we'd be at 250, but... Alright, cool. So we're actually doing pretty well in this. I'm happy about that. Oh, we gotta level those two up, too. Before we do that... Did I want any of this stuff? I don't think any of that. We can't wear this yet. How close are we to Zealot? Are we close at all? We do want this, though. And wasn't there something else? Yeah, this one. Apex Predators. There we go. Ulfar, I do have some things for you. Ooh, Astartes Chainsword here. That's what this was? Are you only for Astartes? Ah. Okay, so that means you can't even use this, right? Okay, good to know. Oh, hell yeah. It's a big sword. For a big man. Is this the flame weapon? Yeah, here we go. It is a two-handed weapon, so you take the place of the other thing. What's it look like? Okay, it looks kind of plain. That's all right. And a Astartes bolter here. That's a two-handed, so I can't use that. Okay, so I got the good one for you already. Armor-wise, don't we have something for you too? Yeah, the holy power armor. Doesn't look any different. That's okay. Did we get any helmets for you? No. Are you even allowed? Are there any helmets that you will be able to wear? I don't know. I don't believe I got anything for you. I'm gonna have you. I don't want you to be targeted, so I'm gonna give you that. Yeah, I'll be fine. What does your amulet do here? Yeah, I want that. Pascal, we got a couple things for you, didn't we? Yeah, I think we got this flame armor here. Yeah, tech use. What does your current armor do? Oh, the flak breastplate. I think we've had that for a long time. Yeah, I think this will be better, though. 60%. It's your armor right now, 45%. It's going to go up pretty high. All the way up to 88%. Ooh, it looks nice, too. I like it. Okay. And we also got this bad boy. Ooh, look at the damage increase on this. Oh, it's going to be so nice. Hell yeah. Didn't we get something else that, like... Or was it this that did the... Yeah, two times intelligence bonus. Okay. Cool. Which is different than what you were currently using, right? That's what you were using? Yeah. Well, not all plasma weapons do it. That's what I was really trying to confirm. Okay. Anything else? I don't think so. You... I think you've got the armor we want you to be in right now. I think there was something in here that we wanted. Oh, we might give that to... What's her face? Oh, and this for Heinrichs. You have to get the Heinrichs still. Oh, not this one. This one for Heinrichs. Yeah. There was one that was like if you're doing two-handers, wasn't there? Or is that one of these? Yeah, it was a Jakari equipment. Okay. Fine. No, that's not better. Okay. I want this rather than your shotgun. Sure. Alright. Your turn. Okay, so you can get this one. Plus 20 willpower versus 15 willpower and 10 toughness. Nah, this is probably better. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. In terms of equipment, I don't think there's going to be anything I'd rather you have. Plus 2 psi rating. Ooh. I'm going to... The wielder of the staff gains siphon life ability at power level 13. I think that might be better. Power level 9. Yeah, I'm going to take this. Is it only when I have it equipped, though? Like, out? Maybe. Still, I'm going to use it. Alright, and then here, I don't think we have better armor for you. No, I liked that. Now I do want you to have this, I think. That one's pretty good. We're gonna give you that. Gains a number of additional attacks equal to their psi rating. That's really good at the beginning. Okay. I think we just gotta keep in mind that we have this. I'm gonna have you use that. Yeah. And then you, I think, unless those gloves are better. Yeah. I'll take that. I don't know if those work. I don't know if you have to use like the actual ability. Or if just like doing what I've been doing with the staff's ability will work. I don't know. Let's level you guys up real quick. Alright, so we've got characteristic and common talent. Fellowship is not an option. Oh, there it is. And then, you know, I mean, we're really at the point where I'm not worried about you guys anymore. Sure, I will not die. Sounds good. It's always nice to have. And then get back in the fight. Sure. I do feel bad about this, but you know, you're just not useful to me at the moment. You got really good skills, really. Let's go with awareness. We need somebody to get awareness. I mean, I think you're the person for it, but... Alright, characteristics for you. Ballistic skill. And... The Emperor protects. Yeah, it sounds fun. And then here, rapid fire. For sure. I still might use you, so you are important. Get you Imperium stuff. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and go to Footfall now. Now that all the busy work is done. Wait. Damn it. Lord Captain, we have received a Vox message from Footfall. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of the Malleus Extremis. Docking will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. The station's custodian, Her Ladyship Incendia, sends her greetings and invites your ladyship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her enforcers will meet you there to escort you to another chamber for a private audience. What other options for landing on Footfall do we have? Very well, let us take a look at Footfall's new hospitality. Not walking into this mousetrap, not now at least. Do we have other options? We have none, Lord Captain. The augurs are reporting that all docking gates are not watched by the enforcers or locked and rigged with explosives. Damn. Very well, let's go. As you wish, Lord Captain. I forgot we need to equip our new shields. And I don't think... Yeah, everything else can go into cargo. Okay. Oh yeah, we could upgrade our hull. I'm gonna do that. Hell yeah. Wonder what the max level is for that. To the atrium. Yep, we've got our party. A little nervous. Although I do feel like we are pretty powerful. Like, I feel like our group is nigh unstoppable. Only stopped by these loading screens. That's the only thing that can stop us. It is a hallmark of Owlcat games, though. I do think I'll try. Not making any promises now, but I think I'll try in Kingmaker to cut out some of the loading screens, because I remember them getting pretty long. And I don't think I've upgraded my computer since I last played Kingmaker. I do need to upgrade it. I purchased a new laptop recently, which when it gets here. I think it might actually be better than my PC. At least, well, not memory. I do have more memory. I think the CPU and GPU will be better. Still, there's always a heat component with laptops that I don't have to worry about too much with my PC. This loading screen is taking... Okay, good. This is going to start telling you my life story for pretty soon. Okay. Zeta 4233 Mu. Hello. The tech priest, who sports an explorator's emblem on his scarlet robe, directs the unblinking gaze of his augmented ocular lenses at you and says in a hissing voice, "Salutary functionality initiated. Glory to House von Valancius, Trade Terminal Zeta 4233 Mu. Property of the Adeptus Mechanicus Explorator Cognizance Fleet. Ready to process incoming requests. State your request. Glory to the Omnissiah." Who are you? Identification request accepted. Acceptable response found. Hear and heed. This unit's identifier is Trade Terminal Zeta 4233 Mu. Designated purpose, procession, trading, and information requests, and offers made to the Adeptus Mechanicus Explorator Cognizance Fleet. State your request. Glory to the Omnissiah. Where's Opticon 22? Information request accepted. Acceptable response found. Hear and heed. The unit Logis Opticon 22 was instructed to leave the location in Footfall and head to the strategic location Euphrates 2 in order to provide support in the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. After standard rites were performed on Trade Terminal Zeta 4233 Mu, it was deemed an adequate functional replacement and received the blessing to process requests at the location Footfall. State your request. I have data on the planets that will be of interest to your owners. Profit factor gain 5. Hell yeah. Information exchange request accepted. Acceptable response found. Hear and heed. The information supplied has been deemed conformant and is acceptable. This unit is grateful to House von Valancius for their cooperation. It will be rewarded in accordance with the mutual aid encouragement subroutine. Glory to the Omnissiah. I have data. Oh, I've got more. Cool. Information, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I've got more? No, I'm out. Okay. Why do you keep saying glory to the Omnissiah? Information request declined. Acceptable response not found for the following reason. Hear and heed. Request falls outside processing trade and information requests and offers functionality. Try restating your question. Without missing a beat, the tech priest adds competently. Glory to the Omnissiah. How are you doing working under Incendia Corda's rule? Information request accepted. Acceptable response found. The unit Rogue Trader Incendia Bastal Corda and the said unit's actions have no significant effect on the operations of the Explorator Cognizance. Fleet mission since the said unit has no jurisdiction over the Adeptus Mechanicus or any assets thereof. Let's make a deal. Failed to parse request. Were you seeking to access trading interface? Glory to the Omnissiah. Yes. Alright, this is why. I thought we might have more money now. Omnissiah's Providence. Ooh. If the target of this axe's attack is suffering from the effect of exposed weakness, all energy damage dealt to the target is increased by 3 times the intelligence bonus percent until the end of combat. Ooh. That's going to be like upwards to 30% for Pascal. That's crazy. If the target of the attack is not suffering from both exploit and exposed weakness, or, yeah, is not suffering, both of these effects are inflicted on the target after the attack. Ooh. That's really cool. We definitely do want that. An Elder Flow. The wearer's first attack during the first round of combat costs 0 AP. Whenever the wearer attacks an enemy and triggers an exploit with this attack, the triggered effect is calculated as if the enemy had a +1 additional exploit. It could be good. Could be good. Pascal, my man. Oh, you can't even use it. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm assuming this is better. Let me double check. Better armor penetration. Yep. Yep. There you go. Ooh, those things look so cool. Alright. Good doing business with you. What do we got here? Unwilling to die, the bar patrons made their last stand right here. Oh, that's not good. Fireproof cape. Okay, immune to burning. The sweet rotten odor and the scent of incense mix into a thick, nauseating stench. Just realized they're hanging from the billboard here.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
That's not good.
One day, I shall remind Trevestum that he was ready to bury my family based on some trumped-up charges. One day, but not now.
Grimy colors swirl around your words, Abelard. Do not let another's poison pollute your soul. This is not like you at all.
Not like you at all. Why is there... It shows like people there, but they're not actually people. Weird. Okay. Yep, the Inquisition's come to town, boys. Yikes. I used to burn rats in the docks back on the station. Same thing. Yikes. Multiple yikes. You survived the trial? How'd you manage that? When they grabbed you on the street, I thought... he gave somebody up. I was a hair's breadth away from servitorization, yes. But one of the patrols confirmed that I wasn't at the scene. That's lucky. Amber. Oh, shit. I remember Amber. Okay.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Heresy. Piracy. The stinking mass of charred, partially incinerated corpses smolder under the weight of fresh bodies. Hey, Hieronymus. Hieronymus's gaze is alight with awe. He breathes in the smell of burnt flesh and promethium and says to you, "Behold, noble Imogen, as Footfall transforms before your very eyes. In the wake of your toils, this den of depravity will once again become a testament to the Emperor's greatness, as it was its original design. Does it bring you delight?" Give him the diary of the captain of the Wasteland Wayfarer. Your expedition perished. And that flamethrower is getting annoying in the background. He studies the diary for a while in silence, then says grimly, "Captain Verkill was a kind but fallible man. So was my brother in service, Gravik. So were the 4,822 pilgrims who boarded the Wasteland Wayfarer many years ago. It grieves me that their kindness failed the test that the Void presented them with. Let their deaths serve as a reminder to us. Corruption has many faces and can stain even the purest of souls. Thank you for the news, Lord Captain. Colony A3649 Manoris is hereby officially declared fallen and lost." Alright. Let's keep moving. Dissent. Piracy. Heresy. Blasphemy.
I tread a path unexplored.
Violating curfew gets you in front of a firing squad. Did you think no one would, something? How was I supposed to not violate it after slaving away for 3 watches in a row? You could use some extra hands, but you burned them all. Heresy. Piracy.
Powers unseen uncover my
Man.
path.
So all of these are bodies that I'm seeing. Amber. Have mercy. Our families are starving. We only have taken a couple of Nutribars. Lies. I see clearly with my naked eye the corruption that has engulfed your nature. Only the cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. I don't know why I thought she'd sound like that. Damn. Is this fire cleansing enough for you, you crazy hag? The Emperor protects me. Guilty. Burn him. Well, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Gotta give me whatever that shield is. Incendia Corda is absorbed and reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon, with which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from the open skull of the man contorted next to her. Ugh. Imogen von Valancius, I have been informed of your arrival. I think I choose Renter Scale. Exhaustion has crisscrossed Incendia's features with lines. Her cheek is twisted in a continuous nervous tick, yet her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. A brilliant aura of power and righteous fury surrounds her like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and the fire in her eye and her gaze flares like a plasma thruster. Examiner. One look at Incendia's full dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy, and the laces are stained with sweat. The air is tinged with the smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest. Point at the man with the open skull. What is that? Incendia sinks her silver spoon into the man's brain and slowly consumes this revolting morsel. I must know the taste of a criminal's thoughts. Holy shit. It is how I learned to recognize their patterns. She's insane. That's probably one of the most insane things I've ever read. This entertainment of yours reeks of corruption. Finish the man. Disgusting. Unspeakably so. And? Does it help? A delicacy most sophisticated. I must have a taste myself, perhaps at a later time. I suggest we do not delve too deeply into this discussion. Finish the man. Incendia is not bat an eye at the man's death. A laughable accusation. Do you think yourself capable of detecting corruption? Yes. Something wild sparks in her pale eyes. You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing the heinousness therein. You do not know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds. But I know it all too well, and none will escape my wrath. I have encountered sanctioned death cults that practice cannibalism as part of a way of praising the Emperor. A surprisingly large number of them harbored heresy within. You have suspicions about me? But it is your duty to suspect. But do your eyes see a trespass here? No. I have committed no malefication against him. The law has found its way to Footfall after all, I see. What manner of slaughterhouse is this? Some atrocious travesty of justice? What is going on here? Yeah, I think Imogen is probably like incensed at this. I know we haven't talked about her as a person in a while, but I think this kind of action is like, I think somebody in a position of power grossly overstepping their position to bring this kind of suffering is something she is like completely against. Yeah, some atrocious travesty of justice. Incendia jerks her chin up and responds haughtily. This is true justice, unprejudiced, inescapable, and equally merciless to all. The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, to rid Footfall of the corruption that has fettered its limbs and turned this imperial station into a hotbed of free thinking and inefficiency, and I will not rest until all have been judged. Incendia studies you with a predatory smile. It must have been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to indict you for the crimes you have committed. Whew. And what is it you wish to judge me for? Go ahead, this should be interesting. I have just broken out after being held captive by Xenos and Komaro, and butchered my way through scores of enemies of humanity. Tell me, am I truly the greatest enemy of the Imperium you have been able to find? Coercion, draw your weapon. I'm ready to defend my honor before this court. Whom should I kill to put an end to this farce? Would you look at that, Heinrichs? I have been an enemy of humanity all along. Care to comment? To the 9 devils with you, arrogant half-wit. You have no right to judge me. And what is it you wish to judge me for? Let us weigh the gravity of your transgressions, Imogen, and learn how you have sullied yourself in the Emperor's eyes. Everyone knows how freely you interpret the strict prohibitions of the Emperor. With a feeble heart, you grant mercy to those who do not deserve it. You do not punish transgressions with the utmost severity, and you do not strike terror into your subjects with the subjects that will bring them to pious trepidation. You waste your energy and attention on the needs of non-entities instead of turning them to his service. Under your hand, dangerous free thinking and satiety flourish and will soon swell with the plagues of anarchy and decadence. I deem the evidence against you sufficient to cast you as an enemy of humanity. You should look at that, Heinrichs. I've been an enemy of humanity all along. Care to comment? After clearing his throat and presenting his interrogator's regalia, Heinrichs pronounces imperatively, on behalf of the Coronis Conclave, I hereby inform Rogue Trader House Corda that, by order of the Lord Inquisitor Calcazar, Rogue Trader Von Valancius has been placed in the custody of the Inquisition. Any attack on her safety is to be treated as an act of interference in the affairs of the Inquisition. The warrior clad in armor adorned with the sign of the Inquisition speaks in a voice that is even and dry like paper. The Lord Inquisitor is aware of Rogue Trader Von Valancius' arrival on Footfall. He allowed it and gave no order of persecution. Rather, the Lord Inquisitor's will is that the Rogue Trader Von Valancius be treated with respect befitting her high status. In her assertions, Lady Corda is getting dangerously close to abusing her authority and violating the chain of command. This is your warning. Incendia's pale cheek is hit by a spasm. Her lips curl as she mutters, I have no intention of questioning the Lord Inquisitor's orders. Perhaps he wishes to receive you in one piece so that he may conduct a personal interrogation. So you're in charge now. What happened between you and Winterscale? Address the crowd. Those of you who acknowledge me as your sovereign are viewed by the law as subjects of House Von Valancius, and therefore are exempt from Corda's judgment. I will take you aboard my ship. So you're in charge of Footfall now? Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished while this war lasts, or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I am tasked with security and order. And there's much to do on that front. Pirates and smugglers, apostates and cold traders, deserters and outlaws, every one of them warrants attention. Cracking her neck, stiff from many hours of reading documents, Incendia again scoops up the brain from the open skull of the poor fellow standing next to her, with a silver spoon. Everywhere you look, servants are buckling under heavy stacks of new denunciations, warrants, and other documents. Whom do you judge? What makes you think you are entitled to govern this place as you see fit? Chuckle and point at the hapless assassin's corpse. I can tell you are quite popular with the locals. Whom do you judge? All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, traders, heretics, deserters, abettors, harborers, cowards, and perjurers. Any who have ever trespassed. Any who has ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of. They all will be condemned. With obsessive determination, Incendia starts going through her papers, seemingly no longer aware that she's doing so. More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude in perpetuus, and having rid themselves of sinful consciousness of serving the Imperium free from doubt and weakness. Footfall will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faithless from giving themselves over to the good of toiling in his name. Oh man, how long has your court been in session already? There is nothing just about this trial. Your accusations are contrived, and their purpose is simply to turn the entire population of Footfall into pliant automatons. I applaud your efforts. This place was long overdue for some proper law and order. Admit it, you simply enjoy turning people into slaves. Why do you feel the need to come up with excuses for sowing carnage? You're most thorough. I'm between 2 and 4. I'll go with 2. There's nothing just about this trial. Do you think I find enjoyment in this? Looking at vileness upon vileness, listening to one excuse after another? I loathe this and despise every malefactor out there. If I were weak of will, I would have obliterated this foul station with nuclear fire. Instead, I am here to offer each of them the right to be judged in his name and the chance to return to his fold renewed. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the archenemy's machinations and Xeno scum who would deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable, and human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowed him with a sacred narrowness of mind, and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the service of the Imperium. She is not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith, that Incendia genuinely believes in every word she just said. What makes you think you are entitled to govern this place as you see fit? Such is the law of Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right to absolute authority. Surely it is not that cutthroat Takara who deserves to rule this station. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Kazbalican henchmen, and so will those Amber firebrands whose outrageous activities brought Footfall so much grief. She looks at you with a gloating smirk. Once, you hindered my effort to subdue this station, yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to get started sooner. Then Takara's troublemakers would have already been crushed instead of lurking in a cargo bay and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough. We can tell you're quite popular with the locals. This attempt was mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe. Incendia pats an armrest and smiles. Its refractor field is impervious even to tank shells. That thief Takara had this sacred Drussian relic stashed in one of his storerooms. Where's the Lord Inquisitor? In the Legion's chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defenses. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance, and he is not seeing any supplicants. The soldier wearing inquisitorial armor echoes Incendia's words. Your ladyship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your ladyship that he will summon you later, when the circumstances permit him to do so. We shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. In due time, I will weed out all the taint that has bred here on Footfall for so long. And then pious fear, loyalty, and devotion will once again become the pillars of this station under his watchful eyes. What happened between you and Winterscale? Winterscale is a traitor. While the expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duty completely and had the nerve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. My servants are taking over his worlds and ships, while he is hiding from reckoning and indulging his base urges. Soon enough, he too will stand before judgment. Caligos is a reprobate. Have you and Caligos lost your minds? The Expanse is in a calamitous state, and you are busy settling scores? You must cease this at once. If you ask me, you are simply using the situation to plunder his protectorate. Should he call upon House von Valancius for help, we shall answer. I have learned enough. Your feud does not concern me. Have you lost your minds? Negotiating with that mad dog is off the table now. He will merely laugh at your talks of reconciliation and execute your envoys. For too long has Caligos reveled in impunity and believed himself the king of his world. I mean, he kind of is. Address the crowd. Those of you who acknowledge me as your sovereign are viewed by the law as subjects of House von Valancius and therefore are exempt from Corda's judgment. I will take you aboard my ship. The hopeful crowd in the atrium starts hysterically clamoring their oaths of fealty to House von Valancius. Not one of them thinks twice about clutching at the life-saving straw you have offered them. Incendia wearily leans on an armrest and looks at you with contempt. Take this pitiful gaggle of miscreants, Imogene, if you so desire. My trial will not end here. I have the whole of Footfall to judge. No more judgments. Cease this disgrace and get off of Footfall. Incendia touches a panel on the throne's armrest and is immediately shielded by a refractor shield. You hear the sounds of alarms going off in the distance. A mocking smile across her face. Go ahead, Imogene. Give me a reason. The warrior clad in inquisitorial armor announces, the Lord Inquisitor's instructions were to maintain order and ensure his allies' safety, using any methods, however extreme they may be. If her ladyship is gravely threatened, we are authorized to detonate the dome over this sector. Doing so will trigger an explosive decompression. The attackers will be destroyed during depressurization, or her ladyship will be protected by the field projected by her throne. I urge you not to take steps that might be interpreted as an act of aggression. Enough words. You're accused to wait, and so do my duties. Wait. You have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. Vladame Takara, the deplorable rebel who once ruled this station, has slipped away from me. He is instigating the people to revolt, killing my servants and hiding from my wrath with the dexterity of a void rat. My informers claim he often appears in the den of unrest that bears the irreverent name of the Adeptus Amacicus. We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he evaded capture each time. Reverend Hieronymus has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Takara must be apprehended. As a rogue traitor in authority, I order you to aid me in bringing him to justice. Order! The asteroid where the Adeptus Amacicus is located has been cordoned off, but my enforcer will take you there. I want you to lure Takara out of his hole and seize him so that he may stand trial. Do this for the sake of Footfall's liberation and pave the road that my justice will tread. You pronounced Vladame as a criminal? Why did Hieronymus go there? To the Adeptus Amacicus. Some of the people you wish to execute are useful to me. I purchased valuable equipment from them. What do I stand to gain? I will help you deal with Vladame. I will drag him before this court. The slightest desire to get involved in your petty squabbles. You pronounced him as a criminal? Why wouldn't I? That vile rogue's infamy is known to all. He patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his allowance, heresies and unholy cults flourished. That he has evaded punishment this long can only be described as gross negligence. which I intend to rectify before long. Why did Hieronymus go there? Reverend Hieronymus headed there where the rebels are seen the most often, so he could preach to them and sway them to repent. Alas, he still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond any hope of redemption. I buy things from some of the people you're executing. Scoundrels and thieves will be replaced by honest suppliers. Even degenerates such as the Kazbalika can be of some use in the coming crisis, but their willful leaders need to be replaced with more pliable and trepidatious successors. It is the only way for us to protect ourselves from being stabbed in the back. And what do I stand to gain? Does it not satisfy you that order and imperial compliance will be restored on Footfall? I see you adopted too much from Theodora, namely her hubris, greed, and indifference to duty. Sure, I'll do that. We don't lie, do we? I forgot we're honorable. I haven't the slightest desire to get involved in your petty squabbles. An averse grimace appears on Incendia's face, and her voice trembles with anger and tension. You still cannot grasp the fact that everything has changed, Imogen. Gone is the time when you could do only what you wished to do. It is now time to do what you must. As long as you refuse to cooperate, Footfall's isolated sectors will remain off limits to you. Go and consider my words and your position. Incendia dismisses you with an outrageously brazen gesture. Yeah. Bold words coming from the lady who's able to order people around to do what she wants to be done, right? Like, fuck her. Wait for his summons. The Lord Inquisitor is not seeing any visitors on account of being preoccupied with matters of import. However, daring it may sound, her ladyship has no other way of meeting with Calcazar other than by waiting to be summoned. Incendia Corda wishes for Vladane Takara to stand trial. Footfall's asteroids are cordoned off by her enforcers. The only solution that would grant the Lord Captain free run of the station is accepting Lady Corda's proposition. Or at least pretending to accept it. Yeah. I guess we're gonna have to lie to her, huh? Just seeing where we're at on this. We're still pretty far from getting to the Zealot stage. Oh my god, that's 500 is the Zealot stage? I don't think we're getting there. Maybe if we hadn't done so much dogmatic stuff. Oh, I didn't even notice this bar appear. We are more radical than we are Puritan. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and accept her offer before we move on. Let's loot these guys first. We don't need that. Can I not accept her offer?
Embrace true power.
Okay, well, I guess we'll end the episode there, guys. Since we can't even get the offer accepted. I don't know if we have to, like, leave and then come back.
Beneath my feet.
Maybe. Okay. Yep, we're going to end the episode there. In the next episode, we'll accept her offer. And then we'll go find Vladane. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.